Hey guys, did you just go buy one of these? Or maybe you already have one and you're about to try it on your dog. Before you do that, watch this video. So the first important thing that you need to know before putting an e-collar on your dog is you need to understand that the tool itself is not training the dog. You are training the dog, or the trainer is training the dog. Whoever is handling the dog is training the dog. So that means that you can't just sit there and press buttons and hope that the dog understands what this button means, whether that mean come or place or no, don't do that. The dog doesn't understand what this means. In fact, you never want to just start pressing buttons until the dog knows what this means, because we don't want the dog thinking that it's coming from something other than you. So we don't want the dog thinking that it's coming from the ground on your hike, or another dog at the dog park, or even just the dog bed at home. We don't want your dog to be scared of what this means. We want your dog to actually know when it feels this, it knows exactly how to shut that off because it's coming from you. So basically what this should be is, hey, look at me, wait for my command, and then I'll release the pressure as soon as you give me your attention. So the dog isn't confused about why this is coming on, where it's coming from. Also, I hardly ever, unless it's like higher level corrections, just press it. It's more so of a press and hold. So it's on continuous. So when you turn your thing on here, you're gonna wanna see that C there all the time, which means continuous. There's a little button on the back here that says M/C. That means momentary or continuous. If you have it on momentary, no matter how long you're holding down this button, it's gonna do it for about 1/10 of a second, which can actually scare dogs because it's like that quick zap that they don't know where it's coming from. So we can put it on continuous, turn it on lower levels on continuous, and then press and hold, which teaches your dog, basically what it does is it becomes a leash. So if a dog's on a leash and you're pulling back, it's that same pressure that the dog feels around its collar until the dog turns and comes towards you. That's when you release the pressure. So my tip for this is, do not even use this tool unless your dog is good on a leash and a collar. And my favorite collar to work with is a prong collar. So when you put this around your dog's neck, I will show you. When you put this around your dog's neck and you attach a leash here, usually the chain is up on the top of the neck, but I'm just gonna show you this way right now. So first of all, you want it as high up on the neck as you can get it, because dogs are more sensitive up here, so you won't have to correct as hard if the prong collar is higher. And then on dogs, this center piece, you're gonna want that right here. I'm just gonna do it this way to show you. So when the dog is beside you, you want your leash completely loose. There should be no tension so that the dog knows, oh, this is where I'm supposed to be. Now, if the dog starts pulling forward, that's when you're gonna start tightening up. And this isn't stabbing my neck. I don't know if you can see it. These are actually coming together and pinching my skin, which mimics a bite, which is a correction that dogs understand. So I can correct pretty hard on here and it really doesn't hurt at all. Obviously it's uncomfortable, but it's not stabbing, it's not putting marks on my skin, it really doesn't hurt. So what you want to teach your dog with this is, anytime they pull forward, you're actually going to turn around and pull back until they come with it, and then you're relieving that pressure. So it's a natural reaction for us and for dogs. Anytime they feel that pressure or we feel pressure, we're like trying to fight against it. So we have to, instead of having them fight against it, we have to teach them to give into that pressure. So the way you do it is, honestly, just take your dog in a cul-de-sac and do a lot of circles. So anytime they start pulling, you turn, you put a little bit of pressure on, and you're not yanking your dog back towards you, because that's kind of doing it for them. What you're doing instead is just putting a little bit of pressure on and being patient and waiting for your dog. He's gonna kind of go like this and try to fight it and like look at you like, what do you want me to do? And then once he goes like this, you're gonna completely relieve that pressure. So that's the first thing that I want you guys to do before even starting on this tool. And then once they understand the pressure on a prong collar, then you can attach this pressure to that simultaneously. So when you're holding the leash, you will actually be holding the button down as well. And then once your dog turns towards that pressure, you relieve both of them. That is how you teach this tool. And the reason you want to do that is so that the dog already understands this pressure and can easily understand this pressure. And once they know the pressure of the e-collar, they will understand that when they feel that, they turn around and look at you, and then it shuts off. So they won't be scared of it. It's kind of like more so an invisible leash versus just a correction tool. It's not always about corrections. It's actually like, hey, come back here. It's a little tap on the shoulder. So next time you're trying this on your dog, make sure that you already have good leash pressure skills with your dog, and then attach that leash pressure skills with this simultaneously. So you're pressing and holding down that button anytime you tighten that leash. Same exact time. As soon as you release the leash, you're releasing that button as well. Thanks for watching.